Julia Child by Liz Thomas. You will hear about her childhood, her spy life, the travels and places she lived, her family, and all of the many awards she won. Julia Child was born in August 15th, 1912, in Pasadena, California. She was sent to Catherine Branson boarding school in 1927 because she was a daredevil and a tomboy. At her school, she fell in love with eating of all sorts of weird foods like liver and tongue. Julia was sent to Smith College and became a writer. Her first job was advertising manager of W&J Sloan Furniture Company. For her job, she moved to New York City and grew a love for the East Coast. Julia worked for the OSS for 3 years, which stands for the Office of Strategic Services. For half a year, the loyal spy worked for a station called the Emergency Rescue Equipment Section. Her job was all office work because she wasn't trained like a spy would be. Julia lived in France because her husband was relocated so they could spy on France. But Julia wasn't spying. She became a student of Cordon Bleu cooking school where they taught her to be a committed chef. Julia never gave up her feelings for the East Coast. Every summer, the loving couple would travel back to Maine and stayed there in a cabin that Paul built. For the winter holidays, they always traveled back to England. Julia had a very small family, but she got married in 1946. Julia never had any children, only a cat that they found in France. She made lifelong friends like Mrs. Avis Devoto, who she met while answering a fan letter. The chef's show, The French Chef, was nominated for 8 Emmys but won 3. It was the first educational show to win an Emmy. Julia was the first woman to be included in the Culinary Institute Hall of Fame. Her name was included in 1993. 7 years later, Julia won France's highest honor, Legion d'Honneur. After she passed, the Smithsonian rebuilt the chef's kitchen in one of their buildings.